London! Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to Sox News. I'm Chris Wallace. In breaking news today, as the nation is in panic over the new deadly virus reaching our shores, the newly introduced disease has plagued other parts of the world for centuries, and now it is believed that we would be safe. For more on this topic, we go to our reporter, Trish Sakanawa, in the field with our esteemed Senator Snugfit.
Yes, thank you, Jim. I'm here in our nation's capital with the esteemed senator in hopes that he will be able to provide us with some information on this deadly new threat.
Yes, thank you. Let me first say this virus is a threat to every single American. Hide your kids, hide your wife, because this virus is infecting everybody.
Why would you say that, Mr. Senator?
I say that because this virus is spread through mosquitoes who spare no one.
Why is this virus just now becoming a threat to the American people?
Well, I'm extremely happy you asked that, Trish. This virus was previously not found on the God-fearing American shore until Obama came along with his global warming. This has allowed foreign mosquitoes to cross into our country and steal jobs from hard-working American viruses.
Oh, well, that sounds pretty terrible, Mr. Senator.
You think that sounds terrible? You haven't even heard how this infected freedom-loving Americans. Once infected, your fellow citizens will contract a hemorrhagic fever and bleed out of every orifice until dead. Is that how you want to die, Mr. Journalism degree?
No, absolutely not. Is there nothing that can be done to help contain this threat?
Heavens no! Why do you think everyone should be so scared? Doctors in their science have let down the Constitution-praising Americans yet again. If infected, there is no treatment and patients are best left to prayer.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm certainly afraid. Back to you in the newsroom.
Boom, boom. Thank you, Trish. And we are extremely terrified here in the newsroom, and I, for one, will be moving to Canada. We just received word that Dr. Haynes from the esteemed Hamper Institute Research Center would like to join us for an interview. Back to you, Trish.
Yes, thank you, Chris. I'm here at the Hamper Institute with Dr. Haynes, and she would like to fill us in on some of the facts behind this disease.
Thank you, Jim. It has been my job to research the realities of the threat of the dengue virus to Americans.
Yes, and aren't those threats truly terrifying?
Actually, Jim, not as scary as you might think.
Oh, why is that?
Well, to begin, only a relatively small portion of the population is at risk, because this virus is spread by a specific breed of mosquitoes that only live in tropical environments.
Well, certainly that is a relief to us that live in the colder climates. But what about the people in the warmer climates who are destined to die from bleeding out of every hole on their body?
Oh, yes, I believe you are referring to the condition known as dengue hemorrhagic fever. And while this is a serious and frightening condition, only a small number of people infected with the dengue virus will progress to the condition. Most people are infected will only suffer an unpleasant fever and some joint pain.
Oh, I was not aware of that. Still, though, this virus seems to have baffled science. I mean, we don't even have a treatment or vaccine for this virus.
Yes, Trish, this is true. Currently, there are many promising research projects working to solve those very problems. These include attempts at clearing the mosquito population and even several promising vaccine trials that may one day make dengue a thing of the past.
Wow! That certainly puts things in perspective. Now, back to you in the newsroom.
London. Thanks, Trish. I'm glad we now have a better understanding of the dengue crisis. Now, in more important news, we go to Trish again, who is covering the even more sensational epidemic sweeping the nation. Yes, Kim Kardashian's latest photo shoot.